Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Weekly FARcast, where we talk to you about all things gaming. Today is January 16th, 2019. My name is Francisco here from Games and Recreations, and I am joined by my digital gaming partner in crime, Ricky from Rapid City. We've got an amazing
What's
show
going
lined up
on,
for
bro?
What's going
Oh,
on,
sorry,
Ricky?
man.
No, no, it's
Can
okay.
you
It's
start
okay.
again? Can you do it again? Sorry,
No,
sorry,
no,
sorry, sorry.
no restarts. No restarts, Ricky.
No,
This is
why
live.
not?
No, dude, they got to hear it. They got to hear our journey and our struggle.
Oh God. Okay, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing show lined up for y'all today. Ricky, now's your cue. What are we getting ourselves into today?
What on, man? So first, the topic of the day is gonna be the lack of co-op gaming, like in our industry, and then we're gonna talk about some news, and we're gonna talk about the weekly releases. So first off, I think we can start with the first news that I found. It's gonna be about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, one of the most anticipated games.
Not.
It is,
It's not.
and it's coming out in like I don't know, like 10 days or 9 days or something like that. And so they did something very different in terms of updates and adding content to their games. So you do know that a couple of the Xbox Kingdom Hearts games leaked, right?
That I did not know. Tell me
Yeah,
more.
dude. So it was like almost like a month ago, like 100 copies, I think it was leaked, bro.
Oh,
Like
early
these
copies
copies,
of. Oh, okay,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
It's
And
somewhere
and
like in
people
Mexico
started,
or something.
yeah, and then people started, obviously, like trying to find the games and play them and whatever.
Right.
So they did something where they didn't include the prologue for the game, and they didn't include, a couple of stuff that will be like the secret ending. They didn't put it in like in the game. They wanted to add all that with different updates. And the first one is going to be on Wednesday, January 30th, which is going to add the epilogue to the game. And then on the 31st, they're going to add the secret video. And I think that that's a pretty smart move that other companies can take, into consideration, because that way, if the game does leak, it won't be, like they can maybe spoil some worlds and some keyblades and stuff like that. But the thing that matters, like the juicy stuff, like the secret ending and how the game, like the epilogue, people will have to wait to actually finish the game to get into that kind of stuff. So I think that that's really cool, and I think that other companies keep doing that because I hate being spoiled. Like I want to play the game fully, and I want to get to that stuff, like how you are supposed to.
Right.
Like yeah, like I don't want to go to like Twitter or like Reddit and by mistake reading something that I wasn't supposed to.
Oh God, dude! Imagine just scrolling through Twitter or Reddit or something like that, and just spoilers galore.
Sora dies, and then you're like, no. Yeah,
That
that would be crazy, man.
that would piss me off. Yeah. So this is actually a pretty cool and interesting little story, and like a cool little idea. Because you're right. I remember listening to the Kind of Funny Games daily podcast, and they were talking about that some time ago, where like all these copies of the game got like sold and released early. And like when I said Mexico, like I wasn't trying to be funny. I swear, I think they said it happened in Mexico or somewhere in Central America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, folks. But I think that's what they said. Or if not, they also say like it's usually like the mom and pop shops, to quote Greg Miller and
Oh,
crew,
okay.
like the locally owned game stores that don't really have much to lose. They try to basically keep business in sometimes by getting these copies out early and whatnot.
How do they find those copies? That's crazy, man.
Well,
That's
so like
crazy.
they have vendors and distributors that like send out the copies to these stores. Like GameStop, for instance. There's a whole section of that company of people who have relationships with like the publishers, and they buy X amount of copies from them for the whole stores. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is why honestly the whole reserve and pre-order thing is even really a thing. It's a way for the company to gauge how many copies to buy for inventory. But that's a whole different story. I won't even go down that rabbit hole yet. But whenever these like local shops get the copies in, a lot of times you have to think. Imagine putting your money into a video game store, and you have to compete with Target, Walmart, GameStop, Best Buy, Amazon.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do to keep your doors open and to keep your lights on? Like, Does that
That
mean
is true.
like sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures, man. And sometimes if you want to keep your business going, you're going to do something not necessarily right. But anyways, that's a whole that I digress there. It's really cool that they're doing this, I think, and it's a way to screw over the people who did get the copies early and the people who might pirate this early also. But
Yeah, that is true.
but what's really interesting here? So if I'm seeing here in this article here written by Adam Bankhurst in IGN. It looks like one of the movies is going to be like a compilation of the story so far in the game. So revealed by Kingdom Hearts Twitter, update 1.01 will arrive when Kingdom Hearts 3 launches on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on January 29, 2019, and will include several data fixes and the memory archive. The memory archive will be added to the game's title menu and will be a digest of the Kingdom Hearts story in the series up to this point. I'm so glad they're doing that, dude. Thank God.
Yeah, dude. Like yesterday, I was watching another video. It's like 30 minutes long, and I don't know. I don't understand how, the story just got so messed up. You know,
I think they were writing it as they went, dude. And I think,
really?
yeah, and I think honestly, like that's what separates this from like Metal Gear. And I said that last episode, but I can almost guarantee you, Kojima had in some way, shape, or form had already thought out the entire plot line for the Metal Gear series with a couple of little plot holes here and there. Whereas I feel like Kingdom Hearts was just written on the fly.
That's true. Yeah,
So are you still excited for the game?
I am, dude, but I'm scared. Like I'm not gonna be satisfied, or like I just want to play the game because I know that there's gonna be less worlds, and I don't know what to say, man. I'm just scared. Like I was fine, and then I started talking to you, and then I was like, okay, he's right. I should be concerned, and I should be scared, but I should also, like I have faith on them. So,
Yeah, bro. God, don't be so shook, dude. Have some faith.
dude, you were the one that brought me to this, man. 'Cause I was fine. I was excited, and then you were like, no, man, game is in trouble.
I know. I'm just picking. I'm picking. All right.
Yeah.
So, what else is going on, Ricky? What's going on out there in this dangerous world of ours, dude?
Well, let me see. So here I got a really good one. The headline says Nintendo president hits company may stop making game consoles.
What?
Yeah, now this is in Fortune 500, and the author is Chris Morris. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I read it, and it's not what you think. It's not like they're gonna stop making game consoles,
Right.
but it's like you said. Like they are trying to find a way to. How did you say it earlier?
So for context for the listeners here, so Shintaro Furukawa, this is a quote straight from the article, right? Shintaro Furukawa, in an interview with Nikkei, hinted that Nintendo could move out of the business of making video game consoles at some point in the future, saying flexibility is just as important as ingenuity. It's a short article, very brief or very well written article, and as you read through it, there's mentions of game streaming and where the industry is headed towards. Basically, instead of making these full-blown hardware consoles full of graphic cards and CPUs and processors, they're trying to start going in the direction of a device that can stream the games, just like Xbox with the Game Pass, Netflix with movies and stuff like that. Like Nintendo Switch right now with the NES system, with the NES games that you get for the online service. And I feel like what he's trying to hint at is that they're looking at ways of not making game consoles anymore, but still delivering a Nintendo game experience to its consumers.
So how do you think, like let's say that when your kid grows up or mine, and they have their own consoles, they're not gonna be, they want to go outside and take their consoles with them, like a 3DS or like a Switch or whatever. How do you think do you think they're gonna add like the either Wi-Fi to the console or add like a service plan to have internet like all the time so you can play your games, or how do you think that's gonna work? Because if it's streaming, you have to be connected like 24/7,
Right.
unless you can just download the game and take it with you.
Right.
But Nintendo's like a company, like people of all age play it, but we all know that kids are the one that play it more,
Right.
and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm just wondering, is that a good move? Like, is that really a good move for them? I know that they wanna evolve, with technology and keep up with it, but at the same time, they should stay, kind of like,
In their lane.
I don't know, kid, yeah, kids friendly, if you
Well,
know what I mean.
no, I totally understand what you mean. So like, let's look at Nintendo's track record. They have a history of just doing crazy stuff, right? Things
Yeah.
that are not the norm is what Nintendo is known for. So like you asked me, what do I think my kid's going to be playing on? I think honestly that one day video games will be played on solely tablet-like items. I don't think that we're going to have consoles with graphics cards and processors of them anymore in the future. I think it's going to be a little device that you hook up to your display, and you're going to be streaming everything that you play. The beautiful thing about that, you got to think about it from a business perspective, is that, I don't know if most people are aware of this, but game companies like Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft barely make any profit when they sell a console. Like it's practically a loss, or they break even on a console sale, right?
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Correct. Like I know working at GameStop, I think the profit that we made on a console that was brand new was, I think, maybe 5%. So for every $100 that
Damn.
console cost, we would make $5, right?
Oh, damn, dude.
Right. So that's not a lot of money, man. You think about that. You think about that kind of little bit of margin on an item on a gigantic company like Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo. You got to eventually start looking into ways to be more profitable as a business.
So I guess that's where the exclusives comes in.
Kind of like, so games are definitely a way that the companies make money, but even more than that are going to be the services, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live Gold,
Okay.
the
Got it.
Nintendo Online service, right? So if you reduce your costs as a company and put your media out there in the cheapest way possible, but you're still able to deliver the experiences you're known to deliver. Because think about it. Nobody knows PlayStation because the PlayStation console per se. They don't know PlayStation because of the hardware. They're not like, oh my God, the PlayStation 2 and 1 and 4 is like the best.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people do say that, but the real reason people say that is because of the games that are being played on those consoles, right? So, holy crap,
Yeah.
Uncharted. Holy crap, The Last of Us. Holy crap, Horizon. Holy crap,
God
God
of
of
War.
War, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or same thing, I don't want to be biased here, like holy crap, Halo on Microsoft, or Jade Empire back in the day, and even before it went cross-platform, Mass Effect. Holy crap, Mario and Zelda.
Forza. Okay.
Forza,
Okay,
Super
I get
Smash.
it.
You know what I mean? Like people love
Yeah.
the consoles because of the games that they're playing. So if a company's able to find the cheapest way possible to deliver that same experience and still make more money, then yeah, they're going to do that. And I think game streaming is the answer to that. Now for that to
Have you tried
Uh-huh.
PlayStation Now? Have you tried PlayStation Now, which is like streaming, like PS3 games and like older games? Have you tried that service before?
Hell
And how it
no.
runs? See. So how are we supposed to dive into that when like we haven't even, because I haven't even bothered to try that stuff.
Why not?
I don't know, dude, because I like opening my cartridges, man. I like putting my
Man,
disc in, man, and stuff like
you
that. Like I also download games a lot, but I don't know. I just don't want to pay. If first of all, it's a subscription fee,
right,
So
right.
that's
the
would
biggest
it be the
problem I
same
have
way?
with it.
Like, would it be the same way? Like, would
Absolutely.
you have to?
Absolutely.
So you,
But here's the thing, right? All right. So check this out. The reason I haven't even tried PlayStation Now is one, the library sucks. Okay. And the pricing is not right. Like it's expensive as shit. And the thing is too, is different games in the library are behind different paywalls, different subscription membership like tiers and levels. At least the last time I checked, I could be wrong, but when I last checked, like you had to be basically paying for a different sort of membership to play a different set of games, and that's not
like
cool.
Patreon, bro.
Yeah, no, screw that. That's dumb. Patreon's
That's
cool
really
for
dumb.
content creators. It's that level and that style of membership is not cool for video gamers. Like we ain't about that life, dude.
Okay.
But for this to work in the future, number one, internet. Fast, high speed, reliable, consistently connected internet has to be readily available for the masses everywhere
Worldwide.
you go. Everywhere.
Yep.
right? You go to a area downtown Houston. I wonder, do they have good Wi-Fi? I don't think that's a thing right now. I could be wrong,
That's true.
but that's number one. And number two is you have to price it accordingly. Like I would say, how Nintendo's $20 a year service, I think, is perfect. Right? Think about this. Holy crap! Think about this shit. I think Sony. Excuse me. I think Sony just came out recently and said that they've sold over 9 million PlayStation 4s now in totality, right?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
All right, 9 million. How many of those people you think have PSN accounts? You know what, bro?
Man.
We're not even gonna try it. We're gonna just we're just do half of it. 4,500,000 people have PSN accounts. We're gonna pretend that's the case, right? If you charged $20 a year, right? $20 a year, and only half of your people use your service, you're making 90 million a year just in the subscription alone. Nothing else.
That's true, man. I think everybody's gonna get into bandwagoning. Damn. Things are gonna change, man. But like you said, we need to have constant, reliable internet. And right now, dude, I don't know in what part of the world they do that. I don't know if Japan or whatever.
Nah.
But
I think Japan is actually one of the few areas where it has like phenomenal internet out in the public. But yeah, and to kind of circle back in, like, I don't think this is not Nintendo saying that they're done with video games. This is just them saying, hey, like, I know everybody's used to a Nintendo console. Like, be prepared because in the future, it's going to be a Nintendo experience as opposed to as a Nintendo console.
Yeah. I think that's a good... I'm going to miss my 3DS, man. But yeah, I think I know where they're going. And I think it's a smart move, for them business-wise.
Right. Me too. I think so. I just hope that by the time that this all happens, the internet and everything else is sorted out. Because if I can still play these amazing games at the quality that they're, that I would expect by that time, then I think we'll be good. Now, if I'm going to be playing everything streamed in the future and it's going to look like doo-doo, then no thanks.
Yep, exactly. So Elon Musk, please make free Wi-Fi for the world like you want to do, and then we should be good.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be amazing, bro.
That would be tight. What a guy, Elon Musk. My goodness.
I know, man. All right. You want to move on?
Yeah. So what you got for us next, sir?
All right, man. So I got here. This is a really big one. This is a really, 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 really big one.
That's what she said.
Dude, Bungie splits with Activision.
Oh, and snap.
Maintains Destiny rights. Now, I know a bunch of people have read this story. I know that's a really big story. So, I mean, you and I, we all know the story. So I guess we could just give our 50 cents on, what's happening. But for all of you that don't know, to put it simple, Bungie and Activision split, and then they had a game together, which is Destiny. The first one was great, in my opinion. The second one sucked. And so now that they're not working together and Bungie took the rights to Destiny, I'm kind of excited, dude, for the future. Like, I want to know. I feel like the best part of Destiny, both 1 and 2, were made, like Bungie did. I feel like Activision is more. They did more of the, like the looting and the buying to win and stuff like that. Yeah, so.
Eververse.
Dude, I'm excited,
bullshit.
man. What?
The Eververse bullshit, bro.
Oh yeah. So. I feel like Bungie, I feel like that now they're gonna like do it right. Maybe not for the second one, because Destiny 2 still has they already said that they're gonna have a bunch of content for it.
Right.
But I feel like that's already made. So we're gonna get what we get. But I feel like on the third one and moving forward, things are gonna get better. I'm not gonna jump back into it just because they split. But now I'm gonna give it a chance. Which before I was done with the game, like I was completely done with Destiny. But man, I feel like now, things are looking good.
Destiny's like a love-hate thing, man. I really so yeah. So like this is this article on IGN written by Colin Stevens.
Yep.
Talking about the split with Activision and Bungie. I think that a lot of the things I disliked about Bungie, and I'm sorry, not disliked about Bungie. I actually like Bungie. I think a lot of the things I disliked about Destiny may have had a lot to do with Activision being a part of it. Now, here's the thing. Activision isn't the only person calling shots in the process of making that game. Bungie also made decisions, and I think they're just as responsible for, what I feel was an not underdeveloped, but like an underwhelming experience for the last 8 years, right? Or is it 4? 4 years. God, 4 years, not 8. For the last 4 years. I think the split is a good thing, though. Honestly, I think this had to happen to quote unquote save Destiny.
Dude.
I don't feel Destiny's in any danger of like dying and disappearing off the face of the earth. But
isn't it dead right now?
I mean,
or like at least it was, man. And now with their new black armor, I think it is like the latest expansion. A couple of people came back, dude, bro. But I'm telling you, like I had a crew, man, and we were doing raids like every fucking week, and we were on that shit, bro. And now nobody plays, man. Not even one of us plays the game.
Right, but and the thing too is like we gotta think about this. It's easy for us to sit here and say, "Hey, like this game is dead because I don't play it and my boys don't play it anymore." But you gotta think there are so many more people that are beyond us who play games, right? So I know that there's still a community out there of like dedicated players that play Destiny.
Yeah, 5 of them. Okay.
Wow, wait, classy, very classy, sir. Nah, but so like I played Destiny 1. I was so hyped for the game. God, so many people were. And like you play through I guess, I don't know how to describe the campaign because I don't think it really was a campaign. You play through like the summary of a story via several missions that are face painted to look like a campaign. And then you're like, okay, cool. I don't know what really happened, but sure. And then
Very classy, Frank. Very classy.
Thank you. I put makeup on my insults. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the end game was fun. Like look at the Vault of Glass raid, right? That's the only raid I've ever done in Destiny. So I'll be honest there.
Really?
The raid mechanics are very well done. It was very fun. It was challenging. It was a great experience, and I think that. That is probably one of the reasons why Destiny hurts me so much. It's because I've seen them nail the MMO aspect of a game so well, and then you go to Destiny 2 and holy crap, the campaign is incredible. Like, let's just be real here. The campaign for Destiny 2 was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the story. And then, unfortunately, it just did very little to captivate me and to keep me interested in it. After that, and so I never did any endgame content for Destiny 2.
Okay. The thing is, for me, on the first one, the grinding was hard, but when you got the gun that you wanted, like you could tell the difference, and you can tell that the gun is, unexotic. Like you can tell from the exotic, from the rare or whatever. Now on Destiny 2, I feel like you can do the same damage or the same, like you can play the same way by having an exotic or having like a normal gun, and then I feel like that was a big issue for most of people, like the exotics that were what made Destiny good. They were, like just normal guns that people just didn't care.
Right.
They took, it's like they did the Gallahorn and they did all this amazing stuff that you spend hours trying to get, just for them to take it all just for them to like take it all in the end.
Yeah. So now that was stupid. That's colossally stupid.
And they said, dude, like when they announced the first game, they said that they had more games coming and that your Guardian was going to be the same Guardian with all their shit throughout their whole saga. And that's not the case at all.
Nope.
Now, a cool thing is that Bungie actually split with Activision, and now they announced a partnership with a Chinese tech giant, NetEase, and they're going to explore new directions and build new worlds. So,
are they going to build a wall?
Maybe, dude. I don't know, but they're going to build new worlds, So, and they're going to explore new directions. So, I feel like they do need help they can take on Destiny all by themselves when they have maybe Halo and other games coming out.
Well, they're not even working on Halo. That's Microsoft.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't play Xbox, so I wouldn't give a shit. But okay, what I'm trying to say is,
Wow.
what I'm trying to say is that like they partnered up with someone else, and now I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be the same thing all over again, or is it gonna happen? Like for real, and is it gonna happen right this time? I don't know.
So, another thing too, like I'm looking at here in this article, it's like it was a 10-year publishing deal with Bungie and Activision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Bungie and Activision originally entered a publishing partnership in April of 2010. At the time, a 10-year exclusive publishing deal was announced, though Bungie has maintained its independence as a studio outside of this. So that 10-year deal is pretty much 1 year away from being up, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Destiny is going to continue to be a thing?
I think so. I'm reading here, and the NetEase company, they operate Overwatch and World of Warcraft. So that might give us a hint on what they're trying to do with Destiny.
Right.
I feel like Destiny is gonna. I feel like it's gonna be hard for them to get back to where they were, but I think like splitting up with Activision was the first step on a brighter future for them. So.
Nice.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
who broke up with who, you think? Because the way all these articles are worded across the internet, it doesn't really. At least from what I've seen, and I could be wrong, but like Bungie and Activision are parting ways. Like no one's telling me who broke up with who, and that's very important in a breakup, homie. I need to know who laid down the law, son. Who was it?
Okay, so everybody knows that Activision was the bad side of the Destiny thing. So I feel like Bungie, heard us and grabbed their balls and be like, "Hey, we have to split up. You do you, and we do we, and that's it." I feel like Bungie split up with Activision for sure. If it's the other way around, Ben, I wouldn't know why. Why would Activision split with Bungie and leave them Destiny? You know what I mean? That doesn't
Right.
make sense.
Well, Activision apparently publicly made a comment saying that they were not pleased with the performance of Destiny 2 in terms of sales, right? And then shortly after that comment, someone in Bungie came out on Twitter and be like, hey, they may not have been pleased, but we're very pleased. We feel like we did great this year. Thank you to the community kind of thing. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, dude. So like Activision, which is like, meh, Destiny, y'all kind of, y'all ain't, pulling your weight. I think we can go ahead and let y'all out of here, let you go now, and you can keep Destiny. We want nothing to do with that. I think that may have been more of the tone of the conversation. It's like, hey guys, look, like, thanks, but no thanks. You're not performing to our standards. You can, we can amicably call it a day. We can split up right now. You can keep your publishing rights to Destiny, and we'll just go about our own business.
Damn. If it was like that, that's a really big sacrifice to just let go of Destiny without fighting. Because I don't know, they would have. I don't know, man.
I think honestly, at the end of the day, so like, I think Destiny continues to be a thing. I think they get one more chance, right? Like Destiny 3, whatever that's going to be, and whenever that's going to be, I think that's their final chance. And I think that Bungie needs to absolutely do anything and everything that they've wanted to do with the game their way. Because when you look at Destiny 2 and you look up Black Ops 3 and 4 and you look up at any other Activision game, hell, even the influences that Activision looks like they already had in Overwatch, like all three of those shooters are damn near the same, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you have ultimates and specials, loot boxes, skins that you can buy, emotes to purchase. Well, except for Overwatch, you don't really, yeah, you buy the loot boxes to get the skins and emotes, so you kind of do buy them.
Yeah.
But it's like Activision's, obviously had its thread of influence across all three franchises. And hey, it has every right to do what it wants with Call of Duty. Honestly, it has every right to do whatever it wants with whatever it wants because it's a business and we're just consumers at this point. But at the end of the day, now that we're seeing Activision and Bungie split and the Destiny out of the mix with the Activision's influences, whether you like or dislike them, I'll come out and tell you now, I hate the way Activision does things. I
Yeah.
think that this is the chance for Destiny to really be what we saw when we first saw Destiny at
Oh,
E3.
definitely, dude.
You know, where it's like you can modify your weapons with elemental damage, bro. Like, do you remember that shit and how amazing
Dude,
that
yeah.
looked at the time? I'm like,
Yes.
dude, this is going to be fucking incredible. I
Yeah.
want that.
So I'm excited, man. And then taking on like the people that make, I mean, that operates Overwatch and World of Warcraft. I guess we're gonna see a bunch of multiplayer revamp, and also I think they're gonna work on making it more MMO-y. How it is supposed to be, man. That game was supposed to be a really big MMO. You can even create the face of your character, but you don't fucking see it unless you're in the tower, and then you have the choice to put your helmet on. So
Right.
I wanted more of a social aspect to it, and maybe now we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Hey,
I'm excited.
one more question. One more question.
Go ahead.
For Destiny, would you rather have the ability to go to numerous different planets, or would you want to be able to go to one planet only, but have like a major open world MMO experience in it?
No, man, I want multiple planets, and I want to fly my fucking ship out of the stratosphere and go to yeah.
So you want to go like No
That-
Man's Sky with it, fly out of it on your own.
oh, dude, that would be so legit, man. That would be, 'cause that's another thing. Like you do the raid a bunch of times, because you have all the guns and whatever, but you want, like you want the ship that comes exclusively like in the raid, and or you want to like buy engrams to get, like the ship that you want. But at the end of the day, you don't do anything with it, bro. You don't do anything,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
war like so sorry to interrupt, but
No, you're good.
so you said so you said like No Man's Sky, right? But
Right.
Warframe has another thing like that where you get a ship and you can actually fly out. And I know that Warframe is a free game
Mm-hmm.
and the graphics are not the best,
They're pretty
but
good.
they even have so they even have that. So I know that they can make it. It's all on them not to be lazy or whatever. And just because if they're gonna come back with Destiny, they need to give us something, man, that will hook us up again. And because they can't keep doing the same thing like over and over again, man.
Yeah.
They can't. And
That's what-
people will know, man. People will know, and people will not take it lightly.
Nah, this is true. This is very true. Did I tell you that I got to tour Bungie studio a couple years ago?
Did you?
I did, man. I won a free trip from GameStop when I was working there, and I got to go to Seattle for a weekend, and I went and spent the day at their studio.
And how was it?
That was awesome, dude. Great work environment, like absolutely cool in a beautiful part of Seattle, Bellevue, I believe it's called.
Yep. Bellevue, dude. That's like the fancy side of Seattle.
Yeah, dude.
Super fancy side.
It is gorgeous, bro. And yeah, man. I mean, I think like when you walk the relevance here with this comment is like when I walked in there, like you get a good vibe. You know what I mean? Like everybody walking around and was cheery, in a great mood, talkative. Like you can see people in all corners of the offices and cubicles and like side rooms and conference rooms and a gigantic, beautiful kitchen that they have. Like just chit chatting and talking about ideas and throwing things out. And I'm thinking like, man.
That would be amazing, man.
I'd love to work in a place like this, but the thing is like I know they've got to have amazing ideas. I just want to see them do it, dude, because I know these people have great ideas. I didn't get to see anything at the time, but when I toured it, they were working on Destiny 2. We just didn't know at the time, but it just made I put one and one together and I got two, and it just made sense. But
nice.
I just want to see them really do it, man. Like I want Destiny to be that game that's like. Awesome, like
That
I
we
be
deserve,
like,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
We do. That game deserves to be an amazing.
And we want
game.
crossplay, bro. If I have a friend, that is on Xbox or PC, come on, let me play with them. Let me just, play with them. Come on. And I know they can do it, man, because Rocket League is doing it. Fortnite is doing it. There's no way in hell why. Oh, Final Fantasy 14, like the MMO, you can even do it there, like in an MMO, bro. So definitely they can do it with Destiny. Now, the thing is that now that it's Bungie, do you think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive, or do you think it's going to be an Xbox time exclusive?
No, there's no way. You can't go back to being exclusive now.
They can't. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
So, yeah, give me crossplay. Come on. I want to play with my friends that are dumb enough to buy an Xbox and not a PS4, but yeah.
It's like the saying from the French Revolution, give me liberty or give me death. Give me crossplay or give me death, dude.
Exactly, bro.
Hashtag that shit.
Now, speaking of crossplay and playing with friends, we can actually just get to the topic of the day if you want, man, or we can talk about the last news, which really doesn't. I mean, we
Yeah.
can just mention
Look,
it.
I'll talk about that last news bit real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Colin Stevens here on IGN writes an article talking about Fortnite getting an F. Well, here's the deal. I'll keep it super simple. There's been 279 complaints that have been filed against the Epic Games business through the Better Business Bureau, of which only 247 have gone without a response. So 247 out of 279 got a response. They got an F. Their customer service sucks, and we can move on.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so now, you want crossplay? You want to play with friends?
I do.
But actually, man, how many co-op games? Okay, let me rephrase that. How many co-op campaign games have you played?
Ooh, like ever?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Or recently? Now from PlayStation 4 on.
Okay, so one of my super favorite co-op games, I'm gonna throw this out, dude. Super throwback. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Never played it, but it's co-op.
Bro, PlayStation 2, yes, it's co-op
damn.
and it's
Okay.
amazing. Played that. Borderlands 2.
Okay, that's PS4, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you have one on PS4. Okay, keep like current gen.
Okay, current
What
gen.
else?
PS4. That's it, dude. I don't play Call of Duty campaigns because fuck that.
See, okay, so that's what I'm going, man. Like, we live in a world, man, where we are connected online, man. Like, I had a friend that he used to live in Spain, and this is a true story. Like, I used to play Dark Souls with him, and he used to live in Spain, and I used to like stay awake until like 3 a.m. so I could play with him and stuff.
Right.
So we have the technology to do that, man. But there's nothing out there for co-op games unless it's multiplayer. And sometimes I don't want to kill people. I just want to play with my friends and have just like a gaming moment, just me and my 3 friends, or me and my best friend, or whatever. And there's nothing out there like that, man. Like the best game for me, co-op, or one of the best, is a Lords of the Ring games, man. It's called Lords of the Ring War in the North, and that was a 3-player co-op, and it was amazing, bro.
Oh, that was on 360, wasn't it? And PS3.
360, yeah, dude. That was, oh my god, dude. That, like, me and my 2 friends, dude, we played that game like and beat it like on the same day, and it was amazing. And right now, I haven't gotten, dude, anything like that, bro.
Diablo. I played Diablo 3 cooperatively on PC, on a little bit on PS4 and PS3. Not on Switch. I played it on Switch, just not cooperatively.
In fact,
What's up? Go ahead.
you and I, like you were talking about, like I think it was last week, of a game for me, you, and Amy to play, and we couldn't figure anything because like there's no co-op games out there, and sometimes you just like I said, you don't want to kill people. We just want to have like a intimate game moment between like all of us,
Whoa.
and there's nothing out there. Like,
Whoa.
okay, I said intimate. You know what I mean, right?
I don't know, bro. I think you need to clarify that right now because I'm.
We just want to like, instead of like, oh my god, man, they're killing me, I'm being pissed. You just want to just focus on a campaign and just explore the campaign, and like just together. You know what I mean? You just want to play with your friends, man. That's simple. You just want to.
So you're saying I should put my shirt back on?
Yes, please.
God damn it. Yeah, so it's funny that we're talking about this right now because like for the last couple of weeks, dude, I've had such a hard time trying to commit to like one game to play. And then
I know, man.
I'm trying to play through Dark Souls. I've been trying to play Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm done with that shit. I gave it a second chance, and I'll wait probably another year to give it a third chance.
Done. Yeah.
I've been trying to. My wife really wants me to play it more, so I might do it just for her. Like I've tried playing Red Dead Online, Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty. I tried to get back into PUBG, like all these games, both multiplayer and single player, and like nothing's doing it, bro. And like
I know, man.
I feel like if I had one solid co-op game that I could play with the boys or play with my wife, like that would be amazing. But
Amazing, dude. Yes.
I think the answer is quite simple. Really, it's money, man. there's no money in cooperative games nowadays.
What do you think that, man? Come on, there has to be people out there that just want a co-op experience, that they can play with their friends. Like remember the good time with Left 4 Dead, man. Those were amazing times, man. Like after school, go to my friend's house or go to my own house, and then we can like play that game. Like that was amazing, man. And there
Yeah.
has to be a market for that out
No,
there.
so there definitely is a market, 100%. And I think I need to clarify my previous statement just now. What I was referring to, there's no money in co-op games, and I'm referring to couch co-op games, right? Nowadays, game developers and game publishers, they don't necessarily lose money, but they don't make as much money on a couch co-op game, a game where I can invite a friend over and we can sit down and play it on my couch and just play it, right? Like Smash Brothers. But there's a hell of a lot of money to be made when you're talking about playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 online. Well, everybody has to buy a copy of the game, and everybody has to have a PlayStation or an Xbox Live Gold account, right? So, boom, money, right?
And then you buy the season pass, and then you buy, I get it.
You buy all this other little shit. So, because of the way that the industry has gone now in terms of cooperative play online, one, we're not getting the experiences, and we're not getting quality experiences anymore because it's better for a company to make a short and sweet experience, not necessarily sweet, but a short experience that
like a way out.
Kind of like that, but they need to they have to make the cooperative experiences cyclical, right? Destiny, for example, you play from level 0 to level whatever the cap is. You max out your character, you get your gear, then you go do the raid, right? You go do the raids, you go do the in-game content. You do that a few times before you eventually get sick of it, and then boom, next DLC drops, $29.99. Buy that, rinse and repeat. Boom, you get tired of that, next DLC drops, boom, buy that, right? So the experience quality is good in a short run, but it's not very good in the long run because time and time again, you get tired of that rinse and repeat crap, and then you have to buy something else to get a new and an improved experience, if you will.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah.
I think that's one of the primary reasons why we're not getting great cooperative experiences anymore. It's because it's just not a good business model for video game companies anymore. Now,
well, that sucks, dude.
It does suck. Absolutely does suck, because if you look at these people who have been saying, for instance, single player games are dead, blah, blah, blah. Well, look at what just won Game of the Year. God of War, single player game, no DLC, no DLC, like nothing, right? Game of the Year, and like deservedly so. Trounces Red Dead 2, trounces Marvel, Spider-Man. I would love to see more co-op games though, man, because like, it kind of bummed me out to hear that Sekiro doesn't have co-op.
It doesn't, man. And I was, two samurais just, like getting their asses kicked, with you, like that will be amazing. I mean, like Dark Souls has been one of the best co-op experiences in my opinion, just because, it is a hard game, and having that extra help will, like is very grateful. Like it's very appreciated. But
right.
When people invade you, bro, you and your friend will be so scared, man. So scared. I don't know, man. So that was a good experience for me. But then that's why I have a lot of faith in Anthem, bro, because
man, but Anthem's gonna do the same thing, dude.
Dude, do you know what faith is? That's what I said. You need to have faith, man. And they announced this week that it's gonna every aspect of Anthem is gonna have matchmaking, drop in, drop out. You can be picking flowers in the fucking garden, and you can be like, "Hey, you want to help me pick flowers?" And then you'll be like, "Yeah, for sure." So like that's something that I'm excited about. Playing, playing that game with my friends, and then Jump Force I think is co-op also, because there's like if it is like Xenoverse, we can do the story like together. We create our characters and do that together. But I don't know, man. We have multiplayer games, we have campaign games. We need a co-op game, and A Way Out was a perfect co-op game. Like, it was short, but the co-op was amazing, man. Like,
right.
And it was couch co-op or it was online co-op, and like we had to plan strategically, so we can like beat the levels and stuff, and then in the end they put us against each other. spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game, like it's been out for a while now. Fuck you. But I mean, and I
Whoa.
don't mean you. I mean, but yeah, you know what I mean, man. Like
Right.
that game was amazing, bro. And I just want to. We
He
need co-op games, man.
he was. By the way, folks, he was talking to me when he said "fuck you," not y'all.
No, I'm okay. If you want to take it, you can take it. Bro.
I'll take it and say to the audience, they don't deserve that. They didn't deserve our anger. Yeah. So like, I think with co-op games, man, like, what I want doesn't matter. It's not really important. It's what is actually happening. Like I was saying, I just think that because of the way that the business models are now in gaming, a good, solid, quality experience in co-op isn't really an option because, it should be an option. Actually, it's very possible. They're just choosing not to make those kinds of experiences because, I mean, why play co-op and why put all your resources into a co-op experience at all times when you can make an MMO game? But that is co-op too, though, technically, right?
That is cool. Yeah, or
Right,
or,
yeah.
or give me, give me a 50-50, bro. Like Destiny, it's crazy how we keep going back to the game. But the thing is that Destiny, yes, the second one is a bad game, but at the same
It's
time,
not that bad.
but like what I'm trying to say is that it's not like the best, but at the same time, it has all the qualities that make a good game. It's just like for some reason it doesn't work, or it's not working right now for everybody.
Right.
But if you want to play solo, you can play solo. You're gonna have a hard time, but you can. If you want to kill people, you can go to the multiplayer, and then if you want to play with your friends, dude, you can do raids, you can do missions, you can do like the dungeons, kind of. Like Destiny has everything, to appeal to everybody, and I think I feel like that's also what hurt it. Like
Yep.
they try to like do too much.
They spread themselves a little too thin.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I don't know, man. Like the gaming industry is so difficult, and people as consumers are so
Picky.
dude, and like hard headed that it's impossible to like, it's impossible to like
you're right.
make them all happy. And I'm one of them, Bren.
Me too.
I'm one of them.
Every one of us are. So hold on. So let me clarify then. So when we're talking about right now co-op games, we're talking about co-op campaigns, not just co-op in general.
Yeah.
All right. So then and then even better. So to my point, it's better for a company to design a cooperative experience where you're going to have to continue to pay some sort of money eventually, as opposed to a way out, for instance, where you buy the game once, you play it cooperatively, you beat it, and you're done. What are you buying?
And then the best
after
way.
that?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think it was like $40, but I could play the copy. Okay, it's like if I want to buy the copy for myself, I can share the game with you, not via game sharing. Like, here, take my account. No. We can actually play the game. You in your in Texas, me in Virginia. We can play the game together from finish to end with my copy of the game.
Right.
And that's amazing, bro. And I feel like that guy, like I forgot his name. I'm sorry, but I was expecting the game to blow up, and I was expecting now to other companies be like, hey, it does work. People do want it. Let's do more of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I know what you mean. And like, I would love more cooperative campaigns, honestly, because you're right. I mean, everything that we can play cooperatively now, it involves really just multiplayer, like co-op, multiplayer deathmatch, multiplayer battle royale, multiplayer kill this, multiplayer kill that. But we're not really playing through a story together, And sometimes, you go to the movies with your bros, you go to the movies with your significant others. You're sitting down for an experience together, and I think that's what we want a little bit more of. But
that's what I mean about intimate, man. Yeah, you want an experience together.
So
exactly.
you want me to take my shirt off now? Was that my cue?
No, but you know what I mean.
You're sending me mixed signals, and I don't appreciate this.
Oh man.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, I think from my perspective, at least, it's just, and when I talk about business, I'm not saying that I side with that. I am totally against the fact that a lot of the things that we're being robbed of as gamers and as consumers are due to business. I hate that. But I think that's what it is, man. I mean, like as a company, as a business, I would much rather put a product out there that's going to get you to come back and buy more, as opposed to putting out there an incredible product that is going to be played through one time, maybe twice, and that's it.
Well, then, like, give me, I don't know, like, give me, that's true, man. It's true. God damn it.
And it sucks. And it
Or give me
really
a
fucking
Destiny without the
sucks.
multiplayer. Like, give me a story that I can, okay, take Destiny and take out the multiplayer. Will you play that? Just, story, raid, and then what is the fucking name of that thing that you can do with your friends that is like dungeons? Strikes.
Strikes, yeah.
Give me
PvE.
campaign.
PvE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you play a game like Destiny without the multiplayer?
Yeah, I would play Destiny
And
with the multiplayer. Like to me, a standard MMO should have PvE and PvP. Like it has to have both.
No, yeah. But if they make a game like Destiny where you can play campaign, dungeons, and raids without take out the multiplayer, would you play that? And then like you beat the first game and then they keep adding on to it without the multiplayer. Will you pay for that?
If it's good quality.
If it's like another, like huge
full-on
story.
Expansion, right? Yeah,
Okay.
Because what's funny is I think nowadays people have forgotten that there's a difference between DLC and expansion. When I think of expansions, I'm thinking like World of Warcraft expansions, not
The Witcher. Yeah.
right. Exactly, the Witcher expansions. Like even Diablo 3's Reaper of Souls expansion. That's an expansion, right? DLC should be just like, here's an extra strike for like $10. Something stupid like that.
A new hairdo. Here you go, man. Take it. Yeah, I get it.
Not that Destiny ever did a new strike for $10, just But yeah, I mean, we have those games now. Like what we're asking for does exist. Diablo 3 is a cooperative campaign you can play with dungeons.
But when did it come out, though?
Oh, it came out many, many, many years ago.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's no AAA game,
now.
like with the quality that we have right now, co-op, man. And
I would
have loved to play God of War co-op, man. I would have loved to play as Atreus and have my friend or you, play as Kratos or vice versa. That would have been amazing, man.
Right.
And people say, "Oh my god, like co-op like ruins the campaign." It fucking doesn't. If you're playing with a friend, man, you're gonna enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
You can figure out a way to like do stuff.
Yeah, I mean, man, it sucks. It really does. Because like right now, I just looked it up. Like, does Resident Evil 2 have co-op? Nope. No co-op. Which, I mean, I can understand because the storyline for Claire and Leon are separate, right? You have to pick one to play as the other one. So I get that. But like, add a mode, damn it. Where, parallel alternate universe. Leon and Claire do the same exact thing at the same exact time together. You can play as both of them.
I think it was the 6, right? That did that, or
five,
the 5? No,
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Yeah,
and that was amazing, dude. That was good.
Yeah,
that 5 was a good game. 6 was kind of weird, but 5 was a great game in terms of like co-op wise.
Right, but then to like what you literally just said is like, when did those come out?
A long time ago. And there's nothing current, bro. Like, I started digging before tackling this, topic. I just didn't want to like talk shit, And I started digging, and I was like, dude, it was right in our noses. Like, we were trying to find a game that we could all three of us play together.
Right.
And there's nothing out there, dude. Like, everything is multiplayer or everything is old, So developers, if you're by some luck, if you're hearing us, or people, if you're hearing us, like, ask for it. Tweet it. They do listen and they do see what we want. We just have to make a big enough of a noise for them to listen to us. So
yeah, well, you know how they say, like, whenever EA puts out a new title, just vote with your wallet and don't buy it, don't pre-order. Same thing, guys and gals. Like, if there's a co-op experience out there that you think is going to be amazing and it rocks your world when you play it, like, vote with your wallet, buy it, go buy it, go support that game, go support that company. We need more. We want more co-op experiences, not just DLC, multiplayer, orgies. Like, let's actually get some experiences going.
Yeah, exactly. Like Metal Gear Survive. I'm kidding.
Dude,
I'm kidding.
I will
I'm kidding.
literally edit everything out of this podcast that has you to do with it for saying that right now.
Yes, I got the reaction that I wanted, dude. I know that game sucked, but
it doesn't exist. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's the best Metal Gear out there, bro. It's the best Metal Gear, bro. It's the best. It takes fucking Snake. I'm kidding. It sucks, man. And I don't know why they did that, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. But yeah, man, like we need co-op games.
I still have no idea what game you're talking about, to be honest with you. So
All right,
I
bro.
unfortunately can't contribute to this part of the conversation.
Oh god. Oh, what like No Man's Sky? Was that a fun? Is it a fun game now? And it's co-op,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it is. And yes, it is.
Is there multiplayer?
Yes, it is. Not like PvP, no. Not that I've seen.
See, come on, guys. Like,
But No Man's Sky is special because it went through some doo-doo.
if yeah, because they didn't
They lied.
delivered what
They lied.
yeah,
They just lied.
they didn't deliver it. If they like what we have right now is what they first said that they were gonna do, and it was a co-op experience, and it wasn't a co-op
And
experience.
it is so damn good now, dude.
See,
It
people
is so
want that
damn
shit,
good.
bro.
Credit where
And
credit is due, right? So if we're gonna talk shit about a game and they fix what they did wrong, we got to make it right, dude. No Man's
Most
Sky
definitely.
is like the comeback of the century, dude. They did it. It's fucking great.
And it would be amazing to play with your friends. Like you in Texas, me here, and having an experience together, man. Where we can go right now to the bar and have a few drinks, or go to the movies or whatever. Gaming is what we have, man. Other than like talking to the phone, but like gaming is such a amazing way to let people connect to each other.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely. I agree.
I just don't I don't want to talk shit about people. I want to have a good experience with people, and yeah, man. Co-op is needed.
So now I can take my shirt off.
Now you can take it off.
Fucking right, dude. It's hot in here. All right, cool deal.
God.
All right, so what
All
else, man? Are we done? Is that it, dude? We're about to hit an hour today, fam.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go through the weekly releases real quick, and then we can.
All right. So what we got? What we got coming out this week, dude?
All right. So this week we have coming out both on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Assassin's Creed Odyssey: Legacy of the First Blade, Episode 2.
Oh.
I haven't played the first episode, but I'm pretty sure a bunch of people have played the first one. So if you beat it and you want the second part, it's already out. It came out on January 15th, so yesterday. Another game is called My Time at Porsche. I don't know what that is. It's on PC. Came out yesterday.
That's weird.
Really good one, dude. That I think a couple people are playing it. Are Onimusha Warlords. It came out yesterday,
dude.
also.
I've played all three of those on PS2, homie.
Bro, PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch. They're everywhere, bro. If you want to play that game and you have a Switch, you can play it there.
Fantastic game.
We have Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, bro. You know that the company like closed, and they weren't gonna like put it out, but now they did. So it came out yesterday also, and it's on PC, PS4, and Xbox.
That's awesome. I'm happy for those people that worked on that game, man. They get paid for it finally, and they get to see their creation come to life finally. So good for them.
There you go, guys. So play that stuff. We have Hell Warders. I don't know what that is. It comes out on the 17th, and it's on PC, PS4, and Xbox. And then we have. I think there's a. I think there's a market for it. Maybe it's like a small market, but Ace Combat 7 is finally back.
Nice. That's a classic.
And it comes out on the 18th on PS4 and Xbox.
Okay, nice.
And then we have one for Switch, bro. Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes. Have you played No More Heroes?
I remember seeing a friend of mine play it on the Nintendo Wii back in the day.
Yeah, so that one is only a Switch, and it comes out on the 18th. And that's it, guys. Now, next week, man. Next week is going to be a really good. And the week after that, also, bro. But I'm not going to say anything.
No?
But I'm excited for the next 2 weeks, bro.
There's nothing really cool coming out next 2 weeks. It's going to be dumb games. More DLC sinkholes and cosmetic loot boxes everywhere left and right. God, I can't wait to play as Hunk and Tofu on Resident Evil 2. It's going to be great.
That's going to be amazing, man. And then Kingdom Hearts, bro. We're going to cry of happiness, or we're going to cry of sadness. I don't know. I guess
if that game sucks, I'll literally go buy a gun and shoot it multiple times. And I'll post it to YouTube. I'll be one of those guys.
Yeah, I hate this game.
Blah, blah, blah. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Weekly FARcast brought to you by my boy Ricky and myself, Francisco here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all check us out over on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll put the respective links in the comments on the YouTube and SoundCloud files as well, unlike last week where I totally failed and didn't do that. And then also, just so y'all know, heads up, we will be recording the episode on a weekly basis every Wednesday. And we will publish it. Are we going to do Thursdays or Wednesdays, Ricky? You pick right now.
Whatever you can, man.
Thursdays. Yeah, so we record on Wednesdays, and you'll see it on SoundCloud and YouTube every Thursday without fail. So y'all make sure y'all hit those follow buttons, likes, and subscribes. Check us out on our social media platforms. And hey, if you got any suggestions or anything that you want to ask us, please hit us up on social media.
Please do. Yes.
We'd be happy to hear from y'all.
Yes, talk to us.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put my shirt back on because now I have to go out into the to be social and shit. So y'all have a great week. Thank y'all so much, Ricky. Pleasure talking to you, buddy. Take care.
Yeah, man. Bye.